Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the Managing Director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. Today we're talking about the Trump travel ban, which the United States Supreme Court, or SCOTUS, has gone ahead and partially overturned the injunction that was placed by lower courts on Trump's travel ban. Now, the courts have noted that they're going to more fully vet this whole thing in a later session and make a more complete, shall we say, ruling on this whole matter sort of at a later date. But at least in the foreseeable future, it looks like the Trump travel ban has been reinstated, with one notable exception. Those foreign nationals who have some tie to the United States with respect to, it seems to be a family tie, seems to be the sort of the main core crux issue with respect to this travel ban, or sort of the partial overturning of it. Those that can show and prove that they have a connection to the United States in the form of some close familial relationship, may be able to go ahead and get an exemption from the travel ban and enter the U.S., notwithstanding that they may hold a passport or have the nationality of one of the countries named specifically in the travel ban. As we're out here in Thailand, this doesn't specifically pertain to us, but as noted in other videos on this channel and further discussion across our websites, the extreme vetting protocols and certain of the State Department cables that have gone out from Washington, D.C. out to embassies and consulates abroad, the overarching policy decisions of the Trump administration, notwithstanding even those issues, including the recent cancellation of the prioritization of processing of non-immigrant visa applications, all of this kind of adds up to me to show that overall, clearly this new administration is intent on creating, I won't say hardship, but perhaps more bureaucratic, shall we say, processing delays associated with the immigration process than the previous administration. And I think it's fairly safe to assume that some of this is going to become sort of inherent in the institutions that process various immigration benefits. At least in the near term, I think this is possible. And I think it's very possible that as a result of this, we're going to see longer processing times, more scrutiny placed on applications for visas to the United States and petitions for visas to the United States through, say, Department of Homeland Security, and visa applications through the U.S. embassies and consulates abroad. And I think just overall, it's pretty safe to assume that we may one day, and that may not be in the too distant future, we may one day be looking back on, say, the Obama administration as far as visa processing goes and say, man, those were the days when it was, not easy, but it was easier. And I would say that I think it's fairly safe to assume that, notwithstanding one's politics, it's just safe to assume from strictly an analysis of how the visa process is going to work moving forward, I think it's pretty safe to assume that heightened scrutiny and longer processing times are something to expect in the coming days and months in the future.